Hey everyone, this is Neil Napier here. Just give me a very quick hello in the chat box if you can hear me all right. Let me see, who do we have on the call as well? We've got Alden, Kristen, Dene as well, Griselda, Nancy, good to see you. All right, we have a few people coming in, and I know it's a Saturday. I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. Hopefully, with what we show you today, you're going to get some value and you'll be able to improve the results that you get with Content Gorilla. So I'm going to jump into Content Gorilla for a second and just do a quick recap, a quick demo of what you can do with Content Gorilla. Then we'll talk about strategy, basically what comes next. So Content Gorilla is a really powerful tool if you want to grab the content from YouTube videos that typically have Creative Commons license because they have better written content, and you want to be able to use this content to turn into a blog article or even a social media post for that matter. So for example, let's say let me look for something else. So I look for videos about healthcare and I want videos with Creative Commons license. Still quite a broad term, but let's say if I want to go for, yeah, this one's a decent article, primary health care services in remote communities. I'll click on create post, and as long as that video has well formatted content in the form of closed captions, it's going to give me something like this. As you can see, along with an image, this is about 556 word article. I can now post this on my blog. I can take parts of it and I can also put them up into a social media post. And if I have the upgrade, in this case, the pro version, I can also connect with Buffer and syndicate this content to multiple places. So that's what InShot Content Gorilla does. It basically is your pipeline for getting as much content as you want, and good content, not just any random content from the web. This is good content. So with this in mind, what you can do, what I'm going to show you today, is how you can build a viral content funnel. Now, before I do that, quick question. Has anyone here ever heard about viral marketing before? Just say yes if you have or no if you have not. I suspect most of you have heard about viral marketing, so tell me if you have heard about it or if you have not heard about it. Let me know. Yeah, okay. Nancy says yes, and Jim says yes as well. Okay, so you have, but for those of you who are too shy to admit it, it's okay. Here's how viral marketing essentially works. You have one person who visits a website. In this case, we'll talk about a website, and they like it, so they tell their friends about it, right? Or it could be like watching videos as well. If you like a video, you tell your friends about it, and then the friends, watch that video as well, or they come to the website as well. And some of them, not all of them, some of them like it too, and then they tell all their friends about it as well. Okay, so this is basically the ethos of viral marketing, where you've got one visitor, which multiplies into 3, which multiplies into 9, which multiplies into 27, and so on and so forth, right? That's kind of how a real viral progression happens. If you remember a few years ago, the song Gangnam Style came out. It was a Korean pop song. I mean, no one could actually understand the words, but it went viral, because it was kind of fun, entertaining. You remember the Dollar Shave ad, Dollar Shave Club ad. It's a very simple ad, but very well executed, and that went viral as well. So there are all these different things, videos that go viral quite often. Sometimes content does as well. But making a content go viral actually needs a little bit more incentive, and I'll explain why. So when you have a video, typically a viral video has had, about, how should I say this, about like 100 hours minimum of efforts put into it, minimum. Some even have like 1,000 hours worth of effort put into them. And this is expensive hours. I'm not talking about a $3 an hour employee. I'm talking about a $100 an hour employee, right? So videos are purposely made to go viral. Blog posts are not. And here's the reason why. If you write content that you want to go viral, it's going to look weird. It's going to look strange. People are going to look at it and think like, this is all fluff, really. Like you're writing this as an entertainment piece. I don't really feel comfortable sharing this with someone else. So getting blog posts to go viral is actually difficult compared to getting your videos to go viral. Would you agree with that, by the way? Say yes. Tell me if you have tried to get a lot of views on your blog post, but it hasn't happened. Tell me, Neil, it hasn't happened for me. And it's important to admit that right now, because when you do, you'll be able to move past that and actually create a solution for it. Yeah. Okay. So there's one formula that tends to work well for these blog posts, and that's like if you want to write them, do list kind of blog posts. I've done quite a few trainings on the Content Gorilla till date, and I've always said that if you have that pro upgrade, for example, you can do a post merge. So if I go back to dashboard, let me just find some videos here randomly. Okay, so I can actually add them to tray. And what tray feature does, okay, I don't have the pro version in this account. What tray feature does is basically combines all these, text into one, and it becomes, you can make it like a list post. And list posts get a lot more shares. They have more likelihood of going viral as we speak. But with the blog post, you need an extra incentive, right? Here's the thing, a blog post is usually more niched than, let's say, a Gangnam style video or a Harlem Shake style video. So blog post is more niche focused. To really get traffic back to that blog post, you need to give out what we call incentives, right? Incentives. So the way this incentives works is that you choose to offer people something so they would share the link with their friends, or if their friends sign up, they'll be able to unlock something. So this is quite common with tools like UpViral or Viral Loop, or I think Viper is another one, where you give people an opportunity. You say, hey, we'll give the winner $1,000 or a new laptop or a new iPad, whatever. And you have like thousands of people signing up for that. So you can give people those incentives as we see them. But those kind of contests are exactly that. They're contests. Not everyone wins. Some people win at the top, but not everyone wins, which means that when you ask people to share, you get like, some people getting a lot of shares and then it just suddenly falls down like this. So you only have like, 1 or 2% of people actually bringing more people in. So that method doesn't really work well. It doesn't work really well. What works well is more, I would say, ladder based, like what I just showed you here, ladder based incentivization, where you say, hey, if you bring someone in, if you bring two people in, for example, into this article, they come to this article, I'm going to give you an extra PDF. Or I'm going to give you the PDF of this article. I'm going to give you an extra video training. Whatever it is you can offer to people to get them to bring more people back. For example, I'll use Content Gorilla example here. You can create one blog post with this, right? And at the end of it, you can tell people like, hey, I've actually compiled a list of 25 things you need to know to lose weight on keto diet. Now, I sell this typically for 47 bucks, but if you want this for free, just invite 3 people to this page, and here's your link to do that. It's a bit of a technical setup, and we'll show you that in a second to how to kind of speed it up, how to make it easier. But that's viral incentivization for blog posts, where you give people a taste of something and say, hey, we have a lot more where this came from. If you want it, just click on this link, get your link, and then you can bring more people in to see this. And they're like, wow, cool, I want to check this out. And they jump in. So that's what you need to do. The process is still like any other viral marketing campaign you would run, but this time it is more focused on that blog article and giving everyone a chance to win. And this is where you get this kind of virality. Where one person brings in 3, those 3 bring in 9, those 9 bring in 27, and everyone wins. You're not giving them money, you're not giving them iPads or tablets or laptops, you're not giving away holidays, you're giving away a simple additional digital product or anything else that you want that fits the bill. I mean, I know a marketer who uses the same method actually really well, and they say, hey, typically a product would cost $99 a month, but if you just ask 3 people to check out our website, I'm going to give you $50 off every month. That's a really big incentive. And they're going to get people sharing who really want the software as well. So the kind of leads that they will get are going to be hyperactive leads that will buy that product. So you could sell software with this, you could sell training, physical products even. Let's say you sell a physical product, you can ask people to come back, share a link with their friends, and if they do, you will, if 5 friends come to that page, you will send them another product for free, something like that. So you can do all of that. But the challenge in building this viral content funnel is actually executing the sharing part, because you can't just give away simple Facebook share button or Twitter share button and say, hey, when you've done that, send me a screenshot, I'll check, I'll verify, and I'll send it back to you. You need to actually track all the way down and see, are you getting any additional traffic because of that share? So that's how you track, and that's how you automatically give people incentive. I mean, imagine for a second, let's say what you put out there went really viral and you got like everything worked out well, you got 10,000 views in a day. Could you really respond to 10,000 support tickets? Do you have that kind of bandwidth? I know I don't. So you need something automated. And one of the products that we reviewed earlier this week actually does this. So again, this is the training part. Like if you want to execute this entire thing that I showed you and build your own content in the back of it, offer people incentives to share and get more traffic, it's going to work really well for you. But if you want to automate that, there is a solution for that. We're going to give you a demo of it, but please know that even if you want to implement this yourself, you can. It's just going to be manual. With what we show you, it's going to just reduce the time effort required on your part. So if it's okay, give me a yes if it's okay if I can actually, Steve and I can show you the solution in action. And like I said, it's completely voluntary. I mean, it's not obligatory to get it, but I want you to see it in action. I want you to see if you see the same potential that I did, that Steve did as well. Okay, so Steve, I'm going to pass it over to you, and I'll be here as well answering questions. And just, if you can show us how this works, why it's good, that'd be great.
Cool, thanks for that, Neil. Hello, guys. Hope you're having a good day today. So, yeah, just to follow on from what Neil was saying regarding this whole sort of viral system, we came across a new software this week that pretty much does most of the work for you. Now, it's called Sniper Profix Pro, and I've been having to play around with it today just to see sort of how far I can get with it, and just to see if it can do what it claims. So this is pretty much the opening dashboard of it. As you can see, it looks quite technical, but if you've ever used WordPress or Google Analytics or anything like that, you'll be quite familiar with a lot of these panels. Visits by country, users in the last 15 days, page views, online users. So it's essentially the essential analytics you'll need to see where your traffic's coming from and where they're from, etc. So I guess in a nutshell, really, kind of what this software does is it'll auto-generate you content through a new sort of method. So if you've used Content Gorilla in the past, whereas that's taken creating blog posts from YouTube videos via closed captions, how Sniper Profix Pro does it is that it takes content from different types of wikis. So it'll just pull articles from these wikis and then display it as your own sort of your own content. So it's kind of a different way of doing it. But where I think the power of Sniper Profix Pro comes in is not really in the content generation side, because you can already use Content Gorilla for that. It's with regards to this viral traffic system that Neil was talking to you earlier. So as well as generating the content for you, Sniper Profix Pro also generates the traffic for you too. I'm going to just show you how you do that in a second. So yeah, stick around. Cool. So this is the dashboard. So if we go down here to wiki, and this is where we'll sort of pull our content from so we can get started. I'm not going to go into main settings because that's quite a bit fiddly, a bit technical, and you don't really want to change any of the settings so that this product will work. So we go straight into Wikipedia to post, and let's just generate a post just to see how that'll look up on a website. It's worth noting as well at the moment that you don't need any hosting, don't need to have your own website or anything at all with this product. It hosts everything for you. It's completely done for you. So that's quite a common theme with this app. It tries to get everything down to as many or as few clicks as possible, and has as much done for you as possible too. So no hosting, no website needed. It provides that for you. And as you can see here, I've tried a bunch of different terms just to see what will come up. Coffee, keto, GTA 5, the usual kind of popular things on social media anyway. Bitcoin, crypto certainly. So how you do this, you simply input a query string here. You could type in, type in crypto, and then what you do, you could go to settings. How many different posts you want, etc. on your page. I think it's defaulted to 10. That seems quite a nice number to me. We would save that, and then we would go over here, select an action, and we would run this rule now. So I'm not going to do that now, just because my internet's been a bit ropey today, and I don't know how long it's going to load or if I'll cut out during this webinar at all. We've got really bad weather in Wales at the moment, so I apologize for that. So if we type in crypto there and we click select an action, it would then it would publish, or it would pull however many posts we wanted to pull, however many articles we wanted to generate. And as we can see here, it's 10. So we've got 10 out. We should have 10 articles for Bitcoin up there. We should have 10 articles for PlayStation 4 up there, etc. Pick any niche you want to, any niche you're interested in, or whatever line of business you're in currently, and you can have a play around with it and see where it pulls up. So if we go over to our website, so we simply go to my sites here, and then we would say visit site. So if you've used WordPress before, it looks very, very similar. It's not quite WordPress, but I think they've copied the layout anyway, certainly the theme, and then it would open up for us here. So here we go, cool. So this is pulled from CBD, which was here. So that was number 7. So this is kind of what it would look like on your website. So this has just been done in a few seconds, and as we can see, it's pulled 10 articles from these different types of wikis, and it's displayed it as fresh content on this website. Again, you don't need to create this website yourself or host it yourself. It's completely done for you. Now, I'm not advocating CBD by any means, but I think the content looks pretty good, and it's a nice layout and everything, especially as it only took 1 click. So if we take a look on one of these articles, just to see sort of how it works. Again, excuse my internet at the moment. It's been up and down all day. Shouldn't take too long now, hopefully. But yeah, as we can see, it's nicely laid out for you and everything. Okay, cool. So we've even got a YouTube video here as well, which is brilliant. So yeah, we can see here we've got the article which is pulled from Wiki, and we've got links here now. So what you would like to do, ideally, to monetize this is you would find your niche, using the keywords we were just doing, and then we would create our content in a couple of clicks like we just did. And then what you would do then, you would put your own links in here. So I would suggest, and this is actually covered in one of the bonuses we're offering, if you decide to get Sniper Profix Pro today, I would look on things like eBay, Amazon, or ClickBank. Those are the 3 systems offered within this software, and find some good offers there for you to promote via affiliate links. So in one of our bonuses we're offering, we found some interesting niches with high ticket ClickBank affiliate products you can sell. So these offers will be they won't be $5, they'll be $10, they'll be much higher. Obviously you'll make more money that way. You won't have to drive dozens or hundreds of sales to make good money, because these high ticket offers obviously worth a lot more. So what you would do, you would replace these links with your own affiliate offers. So we would go onto ClickBank. So if I go click on ClickBank now, and we would find an offer worth promoting. I won't go into detail now because we've done a list for you in the bonus. But say we were looking at e-business and marketing, that's always a good niche, and we could find a good offer here to promote. Again, I won't go into depth here exactly what sort of ClickBank does. Generally, you're looking for offers that have a high gravity. So gravity here, what gravity is, it tells you how many affiliates have sold this offer. I think it was from the last 30 days. So it's not the amount of sales, it's the amount of people who have made sales. So they could have made hundreds of sales each. So 55 is a good gravity, 35, etc. So we would find these offers. You'd make $503, for example, selling this super affiliate system. You'd get the affiliate link, and then you'd put your link on your article if it was an article about how to make money online, for example. And that's kind of how you would monetize it. Similar sort of thing to how you would be doing with Content Gorilla. You'd monetize your blog posts by putting your own affiliate links on. Apologies, if you know this already, but we thought we'd give it another run through here. So that's kind of the content side taken care of. Now, I think where the strength of this system of Sniper Profix Pro comes in is what Neil was talking about earlier, this kind of viral marketing funnel. How can you explode your traffic through blog posts? And what the system enables you to do is it has a kind of like a bookmarking system. Whereas if you want to bookmark this article, or if your user wants to download the post as a PDF, they will click to save it. And here we can see, yes, send me the link. So it's got a space where they enter in their name and their email. So this is kind of like your lead generation side of things, where the customer will say, yeah, I want to save this, yeah, I want to bookmark this, or yeah, send me more, and they will put their email and their name in, and this will kind of like build your list for you. So what actually happens is to kind of get the viral effect going is once they've entered in their details here and they click yes, send to me now, what happens is they get sent an email. Now the email will contain whatever they wanted, the post as a PDF, the bookmark, etc., sign up, and it would also contain an incentive. So exactly what Neil was talking about earlier, this incentive is completely done for you, and it does differ depending on what you do with this system. And it's basically what we would call a lead magnet. So you can kind of think of it as almost an ethical bribe. And basically what it does is it offers this incentive. It will usually be like a little bit of a course, access to software, a training guide, and it will say if you share this with how many people, 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, via any of these social media channels, then we will give you access to this for free. So it's kind of incentivizing them, an ethical bribe, if you will, to share this content with their friends, with their co-workers, with their family, or other people who they think might be interested in. So it kind of kickstart this snowballing effect. 1 person sharing it to 2 people, those 2 people then share to 2 more people, and then suddenly you've got this multiplication, and it kind of spirals out of control. So Sniper Profix Pro does this for you. It offers these incentives for you, does the email for you. You never even see it. It's all done on autopilot. So by generating one of these blog posts with a couple of clicks, you can then, the only real work you have to do is, to find what sort of affiliate offers you want to promote. And we've got that covered in the bonus anyway. So even that's done for you. So that's done for you. The viral effect is done for you. And you've also got other things as well. So we've got your referral dashboard, here, and it actually keeps track of all the different referrals you've got. So you can see exactly how many affiliates each person has got for you. And again, the more people they send it to, or the more times they share your content, they'll actually get more and better incentives to do it further. So it'll kind of even increase that sort of viral snowball effect. And I think having the analytics in here, to kind of see exactly how many people it was being referred to, it's really, really strong. Usually for a bit of software to have this sort of functionality, you have to pay a monthly fee. You don't with Sniper Profix, so it's just kind of a one-off, the same as Content Gorilla. I guess one thing to sort of say here is I wouldn't rely solely on this sort of wiki system to generate content. I mean, it's there, it's really useful. You might as well take advantage of it. But you can also use Content Gorilla too, as well, and you can put the links for your blog posts on here, and then you can drive traffic to your existing websites, your existing blogs as well. You can also do your own YouTube videos. You can I'm quite big into YouTube marketing myself. You can do maybe a review video of like a PlayStation game, or something like that, and then you can monetize it with these links, and then have Sniper Profix Pro use the viral traffic system to send traffic to that for you. So I think it's kind of, the back end of this is really, really strong, giving you that everything's completely automated. The amount of work you have to do to get something up and running is very, very minimal, and you can just kind of sit back and let your friends, let your co-workers do the work for you, essentially. So yeah, that's kind of Sniper Profix Pro in a nutshell. And yeah, if you've got any questions, really, and let us know.
Great, Steve, I appreciate that. So as you can see in this case, the goal here is to help you build traffic generation in one place. So you publish your content, and for a fact that after that you are going to get traffic. So I'm just going to take over the screen as well and show a few things. Give me a second. Okay, so we actually have some bonuses as well. I'm going to, like, if you decide to get it, and Steve can walk you through the funnel in a couple of minutes as well. But if you decide to, you can go to that link and you can see all our bonuses there. We have created some custom bonuses for you as well, which are available only for today. And those would be good for you because you'll be able to unlock them and actually maximize what you do both with Content Gorilla and with Sniper X Pro or Sniper Pro X. Steve, so Sniper Profit Pro. Steve, we got a question. It's late for me here. Rafael's asking, how can I enter affiliate links to my own product? Rafael, if you have your own products, depends on where you have them as well. But Steve, if you can kind of answer that question.
Yeah, you can put your links to your own products on there. It's just a case of, I mean, I suppose it depends where they're being hosted really. The system provides native support for things that are on Amazon, on eBay, or through ClickBank. But if you've got your own products, if you've already got them hosted somewhere, you can just put them in yourself. But you'll have to have them online somewhere yourself. It won't do that for you unless you're with Amazon or eBay or ClickBank.
Great. Any other questions we can answer for you right now? Do let me know and I'll get that answered. But I'll then, otherwise, if none, then we'll discuss the bonuses as well. Just a couple of minutes. Okay, if Vicky does not provide good content, can I enter my own posts? So Vicky, I mean, for sure will provide you good content. It usually does. But in case it does not, Steve, can they use that with, say, their own blog as well, like the links that it gives, or are they restricted to their current system?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's actually something that I asked earlier. So the wiki system is kind of inbuilt into it. So to sort of use the viral functionality, you do kind of have to go through that content generation system. However, what you can do is within the body of the content, you can provide links to your own blog posts or to your own website or to your own products, etc. So say for example you had the article on CBD oil. If you've got blog posts running about that, you can add those links in as well. See this one as a comparison, or alternatively look at this one, or good links to use, etc. But the content generation system is through these wiki posts, but there's nothing stopping you from linking to your own posts or linking to stuff you made with Content Gorilla, etc.
Great. Rafael, I hope that helps, but feel free to ask more questions as well. So I want to discuss the bonuses there and also the funnel because, as you know, with us, we're very open about what the funnel actually is and how that all works. So we've got a demo here as well on the page if you go there. But one of the first bonuses is the viral funnel. So I'm going to be recording, I showed you like in the first 10 minutes a little bit of training on what a viral funnel actually means, how it works, but I'm going to be recording a detailed video. I think tomorrow is Sunday for me. So on Tuesday, I'll be recording a video to show you how we build viral funnels in our business as well. And again, this is only for those that are getting Sniper Profits Pro. Then you're also going to get done for you list of niches and offers, which Steve has compiled. So I made him work yesterday. I told Steve, we got to give our customers an amazing bonus with this. So I'll create one, you create one. And he created a list of most profitable niches and offers for you to use straight away. So if you're just starting out or if you want to promote some affiliate products, but you're not entirely sure what to go after, this list would be really useful for you. And we have a few other bonuses as well, which we got from the vendor. Honestly, these are things that we just give to you, which may be useful for some of you, but not to everyone. But the key thing, what I want you to remember, is these two bonuses that we're offering. And this training is only actually accessible for people who get in today by midnight Eastern. After that, I'm going to be closing doors to this training because we do have a limited number of copies, and I don't want to create this training just for everyone because we might reuse this later another time as well. Now, having said all that, I will tell you this, that this is what the funnel looks like. So the price on the main offer is $27. Let me actually check if it is still $27. Okay, Nancy's asking a very good question. How do you get by copyright laws on taking info directly from Wiki? So Nancy, again, you got to understand that we're not creating, or rather this system is not creating duplicate articles. For starters, Wikipedia is Creative Commons. Like that's a big reason why they're using Wikipedia, in that there's Creative Commons license to it, which means that you can reuse the content from there. That's the first thing. Second thing you need to know as well is that even when you have all this content from Wikipedia in this case, you are able to essentially use this content and curate it on your sites, just like how you're doing with Content Gorilla. Same concept applies here as well. Okay, so Daniel's saying the Pro is actually $22. Okay, well, you're in luck. Maybe we should change that. It's actually 22, not 27. So that's good luck for you. You can go ahead and get it for 22 bucks. And then upgrade number one is Sniper Profits Pro, which is the Unlimited Profits edition. We don't seem to have mentioned the price for this one. Steve, do you know how much this is?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I think as well with the price for the basic version, the front end, I think it was sorry, $22 when it first came out. I think it's 27 now, but again, the Teddy might be completely right with that. But that's what it was when I looked anyway.
Sure. No, that's cool. That's perfectly fine. So, yeah, that's upgrade number one. I think it might be 67 if I'm not mistaken. Upgrade number two, this is incorrect, actually. I think we forgot to change this. Steve, is this the Sniper Profix Pro training bootcamp or?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, apologies. I must have left
No,
that
it's
in, but
okay.
yeah, that's the write up for it anyway.
Okay, perfect. So it's training basically for 97 bucks. But honestly, I think if you get the main offer and depending on what you need is this one, it's more than enough. I usually don't recommend full-on training to you from other people because I do so much training myself anyway, a lot of it for free. So I don't think you need to get that additional training. But I will say that you can get both of these, and I think that will serve you really well. Okay, and with this software, as with anything that we recommend to you, we have a 12-month guarantee, which means that I'm confident that this software is going to continue to function. But if in the next 12 months for some reason it just stops working, something goes wrong, I'm going to give you 100% of your money back. If like they go out of business or the software just completely stops working, I'm going to cover your payment 100% myself. So that way you're not at any risk at all. Okay, Ilan, so this is the link that you need to go to. Let me just copy it over again. So this is the link you need to go to. Alternatively, you can go to this particular link. Let me just grab this and you can get it directly there. All right, so before we go any further on some more questions, I just want to know who's jumping in from this session today because this bonus is restricted. And again, we'll send out this replay tomorrow and people are going to contact me and ask me, Neil, is this bonus still available? I won't be able to guarantee it, but for you at least I can. So I want to know who's going to be jumping in from this session today. Let me know. Okay, Jim says he is. Let me just see. Let me go around. Alden, Kristen, Daniel, Garland, Nancy, Matthew, Lisa, Jeffrey, Rajendra. Do you folks have any questions? Anything you would like to know? Please let me know and we can answer that right now. If not, perfectly fine. But I just want to make sure that we do answer your questions before we end this call. Okay, Daniel, perfectly fine. So 7 p.m. is okay. Rajendra, so we have quite a few bonuses. You can see them all right here. Marianne, no problem. That's perfectly fine. So in this case, I think we're going to end this session now. We're going to end this a bit early, but Yeah, we'll send out the replay tomorrow, most likely. I'm going to talk to Steve and we'll make sure the replay is embedded here somewhere. Okay? So instead of the demo, maybe we'll replace it and put the replay instead. Okay, cool. In that case, thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of the day, and we'll talk to you soon. Steve, thank you for the demo as well.
Thanks, guys. Have a great evening.
Cheers. Bye.